And this is the ETBU Coaches Show. I'm not Kenneth. I'm Mark T. Robinson, and we are with head coach Jared Hood, and we'll be talking some ETBU baseball. That's why we're here. So, Coach, you guys are making the playoffs, and you're going to be matched up with Concordia this week. No, you guys don't play until Friday. You'll be up in Austin. So, just kind of talk to me about kind of the feel of the team and what kind of is the difference in mindset, if there is any for you guys, between, regular season, you guys are going through 40 or so games, and now it's playoff time. You guys have time to kind of focus in on one team. You have time to plan. You have time to execute your game plan. So kind of what's the mindset of the team right now heading into this week?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Coming off a tough weekend, playing a good UT Dallas team. But there's kind of a calmness in the team that I sensed yesterday, and the only difference in season and tournament time, it's like, win now or quit playing. So kind of the mindset for us is like, you got to find who's hot right now. You got to find who's playing well right now. You got to find who's pitching well right now. You don't really have a whole lot of time to kind of figure it out, or hope that kids get hot. So you've got to play the hot hand. And, facing a tough Concordia team, they beat us pretty well at home this year. Probably one of the worst weekends that we played. But yeah, so we're gonna put something together and go and compete, and that's what the tournament is all about. I've been part of some crazy tournament games, and the thing is, you can't quit competing, and that's the message that we've been telling the guys and preaching to them is that you've got to go in and just completely take care of everything that you know how to take care of, or that you have complete control over, and let the chips fall where they may.
Of course, you're coming off a tough series with UT Dallas, like you said. I mean, the first game didn't go as planned, but then the second game, I had to settle it down a bit. But the second games, even though they were both losses, that you felt like you guys were really competitive in those games. It seemed like that you guys kind of competed hard and just came up short on the empty side. But going into against Concordia, another strong, solid team, and I think the last time y'all played them, you kind of had yet to find your identity, for lack of a better term. But obviously now, do you think that with the identity of your team right now, would it kind of play a factor as far as how can you think you can stand with Concordia?
Well, honestly, Kenneth, it better. I think we're in a good state, and I think the difference in where we're at right now is that the young guys have had even more time to mature. Even more time to become comfortable in their own skin on the baseball field, competing at the college level, and a lot of times that's all that it takes is just being comfortable competing, and not letting the moment get too big, and not letting your whoever you're playing kind of take over the moment. And and that's what we kind of saw last time we played Concordia and this past weekend at UT Dallas. And, so like I said, it's all about finding who's hot at the right time and putting something together and putting a quality club on the field. So that's what we're going to strive to do, this week in practice and go into Austin and see if we can't get on a roll.
And, Coach, before we started the show, kind of alluded to, I was going to throw in a fun question for you just to kind of ease things up for you. And yesterday we had the second annual Toby Awards. There was a lot of awards given out, several members of your team receiving awards. But the fun part was the coach's video. You guys showed your talents. And just a personal question and opinion of mine is, who had the best video? I just want to know. I want to know right here, right now on the Coaches Show, who had the best video? We've been having this debate all week.
Well, I'm always going to be partial to my own performance, but personally, what I thought, Coach Pappas, not only the the job that he did in the video, and his weightlifting was in sync with thunder going off. But he actually had to put out physical exertion to be able to complete his video, and that was one of the most impressive things that I've ever seen. So yeah, Coach Pappas, you got my vote, and I enjoyed watching that, especially putting it at the end right there. Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, definitely. Coach Pappas obviously got a lot of praise and love for that. Also, Coach, I didn't realize this until the last night that yesterday just happened to be your birthday. So happy belated birthday one day later. 31 years young, I believe. So, Coach, just kind of talk about that moment last night when people kind of gave you that happy birthday tribute.
Well, I've got to do some investigating, but I've narrowed it down to two people, and it's either Ryan Irwin or one of my assistant coaches, Tanner Matthews, who gets the blame, and we're going to have a closed-door conversation with one of those guys. But all I can say to them is they better watch their back because I'm coming. But no, I mean it's all fun and all cool with me. So yeah, I mean other than my own two personal kids singing me happy birthday, that was really pretty cool too.
All right, and I believe that's going to wrap it up for this segment of our Coaches Show. Stay tuned with us. We'll be back with our next coach. You'll see who it is on the other side of this break.